late.
Target spotted ahead. We should investigate.
Here to reclaim your sworn enemy, the Flash? How touching. I'll be more than happy to share my research with you. In fact, I've made a breakthrough. As you can see, I am now a league of my own. Calculators out, and pencils ready, Task Force X.
Hey, Luther, how do we do this? Decoupling? Kryptonite? Kryptonite decoupling?
What are you? I understand now. Let's see. Both iterations have been susceptible to bullets previously. Try that.
So just counter him where it hurts. Alright, good enough for me.
I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios.
Well, this is grimly ironic.
A chilling round of applause for our would-be heroes.
I'm firing on Joker!
Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is useful. You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you? Not to worry. I spiced things up just for you, dear squad. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared.
Roleplay can be healthy when relationships get stale. Great initiative, babe.
Brainy, your choices are feeling a little like throwing spaghetti.
Let's consider the other side of the equation now.
Better restore my systems.
Even I make room for the more useful classes. Always good to get out and move around. The cold does metaphorically get to one.
Nothing looks better than a spin around my finger.
Not as bad as it looks. Ah, all right, it's worse.
Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you? Ah yes, I can see the variables much more clearly now. A perfect opportunity to introduce a new element.
I may have burned too bright.
Let it shatter.
How is your locomotive potential at the moment? Not much variation here, but there is potential.
Count to 3.
That's my cue.
You might think wind would be less combustible, and yet...
Like a damn missile.
One should always try to begin with proven theory.
Dialing in on brain.
Got it, chaser.
Not even the fundamentals will stick with you. I'll break you down into something even simpler and much smaller. Give these a moment. The end result may shock you. A different placement this time to optimize the throughput. Yes.
Making a splash.
I tried to research this move of the Kryptonians. You Earthlings are disgusting. I made changes. You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them.
Thanks for the jewels.
I modified this Kryptonian thunderclap. Feedback is greatly appreciated. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. I tried to research this move of the Kryptonians. You Earthlings are disgusting. I made changes. I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios. A chilling round of applause for our would-be heroes. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. Don't worry, I'll have this done in a language breakthrough. Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them.
Special delivery!
I modified this Kryptonian thunderclap. Feedback is greatly appreciated. All plans must be capable of weathering setbacks, especially such frustratingly tenacious ones as you. Even I make room for the more useful classes. Always good to get out and move around. The cold does metaphorically get to one.
This'll really knock your socks off.
Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is useful. And yet you foolishly persist, for days on end. Mind-bendingly incomprehensible. This occurs naturally on your Earths. Who comes up with these? A perfect opportunity to introduce a new element. This occurs naturally on your Earths. Who comes up with these? Force, heat, mass. Simple arithmetic, but effective. Not much variation here, but there is potential.
Lining up on threes.
Just dropping in, don't mind me.
You might think wind would be less combustible, and yet...
You don't freeze.
Explosions all around.
you to continue more than long enough. This little diversion ends now. Let these cool a bit before you barrel into them. You will not stand in the way of my research. Once more, and I will finally be rid of you nuisances. My projections predicted something akin to this. I never intended to experience it. Ultimately, what have you achieved? This data is beginning to give diminishing returns.
Oh, boy. Oh, wow. I'm not really used to getting winded. Hey, shouldn't you all be in jail?
I've adjusted the phasing array so they can choose the terms and conditions of their own suicide missions. Godspeed, Task Force X.
I believe that I am the most qualified to use something this powerful. You must have this many peer reviews to use. Sorry, mine. Oh, reminds me of a heist, Norrid. Yes, I'll keep it. It's not all about the tools, but exquisite ones do help.
A surprise party? For me? Oh, for you. I'm sorry.
The hell are you idiots doing? Get the Flash into stasis and get back to work.
Wish you were always that fun, Flasher. We'll make a sidekick out of you yet.
Might keep this cheeky number aside for myself, just in